I'm going to show you how to use Apify in the simplest way possible. Apify is a tool that lets you scrape anything on the internet, and we'll be going over the best methods you can start using today. Alright guys, so here we are at Apify. So we'll come over to apify.com, sign up with an account, and this tool just really allows you to scrape anything on the internet. So anything from social media, Google Maps, you can use Apollo, any Twitter, so you can really use any of these scripts and bring them into your N8N and just be able to scrape a bunch of different leads. So today we're going to go into an example where we are scraping leads from Google Maps. And so instead of just manually scrolling through Google Maps, we can actually use N8N N8N and Apify to do it for us. And so we're going to automate that today. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just a simple request here, and all this is doing is searching for HVAC businesses in Toronto. As you can see, I've got the API key here from the Google Maps scraper, and we're just going to execute this right now. Okay, so we're going to execute this, and it is going to search for leads from Google Maps for HVAC companies in Toronto. So let's just wait for this for a second here. There we go. Okay. Output, there we go. Here's the titles of some companies: Mercy Heating and Air Conditioning, Neighborhood Scarborough. Gives us a bunch of information, okay? And so that's the simplest method we're going to be doing today. And then if you want to take this a step further and actually have it inputted into something like a Google Sheets, then we'll run something like this, okay? And so right now we're doing the same thing. So we've got Toronto, we're pulling in 10 records of HVAC companies, and we'll actually change this to HVAC leads. Okay, and I'm just going to change this right here to HVAC leads. All right, and we will go over that in 1 second here. All right, HVAC leads, there we go. And we're going to pull this trigger over and run this workflow now. Okay, so executing. It's pulling in the data. Now we're just got a wait timer here, and then we're going to grab those results, output them properly, and then into a Google Sheets format, which makes it easy for us to read. So we're going to wait 15 seconds here, grabs the results, splits them out, enters them into a Google Sheet, and then there we go. Now we have a bunch of different data. We can add the phone number after, it's no problem, but as you can see here, we've got HVAC, Ontario, city, and then we've got the address, okay? And so let's just go into a live build, and I'll actually show you how to fill out the phone and email address and things like that. So let's open up another workflow here. Open this up, all right? And so let's build out the first one, right? So we're gonna go HTTP request. All right, and then we're just gonna, use the trigger right here, and then we will come over to apify.com. And so if we're in Apify, let's try and find the one that I'm using. So Google Maps scraper, which one am I using? Compass/Google, Compass/crawler, Google Places. There we go, so it's this one, 117,000 reviews, and then 4.2 stars. So you just come over to Apify, sign up, and you get some free credits at the bottom, but you're going to come to this, okay? And then in here, we're going to come over to input, right? And then you're going to enter whatever niche you want to search, okay? So let's say we're just going to do, what are we going to do today? Let's go barbers. Okay, we're going to go barbers in Toronto, and we're going to enter the amount of output that we want. So let's just hit 12, so we're not burning up a bunch of tokens for barbers that I don't care to contact. And then here, where we're actually missing the phone number and the email, right, we can come to add-on company contacts enrichment, and then it's like an extra 0.002 cents per result. And so we'll click this here for an add-on, right? And then all we're going to do now is copy the API endpoint, and we will come down to run actor synchronously and get dataset items. We're going to copy that over, and this is in a post, as you can see here. So we're going to switch this over to post, and we're going to enter in that API. Just a reminder, it's the run actor synchronously and get dataset items. We're going to copy that over for this simple format here. We're going to go send body, and we're going to keep it JSON, but we're going to change the specify body type to using JSON. All right, and we're going to come over to the scraper here, and where's the JSON? So right beside manual, you'll find JSON here, and we're going to copy in this JSON. As you can see, searching for Toronto, we're searching for 12 different items, and a bunch of these you can change depending on what you want to add in here. So say you want to add reviews, you can add that. Images, you can add that as well. But for right now, we're just going to scrape the leads in a simple format, and then we're also going to add on the company context enrichments for the emails. Okay, so JSON, we're going to copy all this, right? And then we will paste that in here. There we go. All right, and then let's actually just execute this workflow and see the results that it gives us. And if we come over to the Google Maps scraper, come over to runs, and we can actually see it running right now. So starting the crawler, and let's see what results it gives us. Okay, so there's some results. We got 4. I think we're going, what are we going for? 12. We're going for 12. So let's just give it some time here and let it do the scraping for us. So we're at about 40 seconds here. And that will come into play after when we work with the other workflow with the Google Sheets and the time node. That's because we added in the phone number and the email address. Because when I came down here, the results from last time, I pulled 10 and it only took 12 seconds. So when you're pulling the emails and the phone numbers, it takes a bit more time. Okay, so let's come over here and let's actually name this Apify YouTube video. Sure. All right, and let's see. Okay, so here's the output. The Manor Barbershop, 121, 3rd floor, Toronto. So we're looking for barbershops in Toronto. Let's see what other information we got. Some postal codes. We got the website, and we've got a phone number. So let's actually just test one of these right here. Okay, Garrison's Barbershop. Jarvis. Okay, barbershop in Toronto. Let's actually just confirm the phone number. 416-594. 416-594. 9798. 9798. 9798. Okay, so that is confirmed. And so you can double confirm these just before you spend more money on using more of the Apify tool and the scraping capabilities. But we just confirmed that, and so yeah, we found a bunch of barbershops in Toronto and gave us their phone number and email address as well. Okay, so that is just a simple method. Unfortunately, it just gives you the output here. So if you actually want to do something with it, we're going to use a different method that will actually allow us to scrape more data and more leads and put them into a Google Sheet. Okay, so what we're going to do is add another HTTP request. Same thing here. It's going to be a post. Okay, we're going to add that, and then we will add another HTTP request, and this will be getting the results for us. All right, I'll name these, organize these up a little bit, and start results. Okay, and then from here, we're actually going to split this out and we'll go through all this. I just want to lay it out for us so it makes more sense right off the bat. All right, and then we'll go append and update a row. Okay, and then we'll take this chat trigger in here, and we will add in a time node. And there we go. Okay, let's go through some of these now. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to come over to our Google Maps scraper, and we're going to do a get function with this API key. So we're going to go to API endpoints, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to run actor, okay? Grab that, bring it in here, and that is a post. So we're going to do the same thing as we did before, keep it as JSON. We're going to go using JSON, and I'm going to copy over the same JSON here. Okay, and so you could do this same function, right, with the step here, which was run synchronously and get data set items. But when you're pulling a larger data set, so say we're running like 100 different, we're trying to scrape like 500 leads or something. This one will actually have harder time, so you could use this with this one as well. But if you're doing a larger data set, then you're going to want to do the start and get results here. Okay, so come in here, we're going to paste this JSON, copy this over, same thing we did before, right? And what is this? I'm working off two different ones here. Close that, we don't need that anymore. And here we go, we're going to post in that JSON, okay? And then same thing, so Toronto, 12 leads we're scraping. And for the get results, we're going to come over here, and we need a URL for this as well. So we're going to come back over to Google Maps scraper, and let's actually just test this here, okay? So we're going to go start results, and we're going to execute this last JSON that we had. So this started the results, okay? So it's starting the crawler right now. And then from here, we need to add in some time. So let's see how long this takes. And then we're actually going to get the results after. And the reason we want to wait is because sometimes when we actually get the results here, they don't show up. So like these will complete, like the get results will complete, and then the wait node will complete after. And so the get results actually won't give us an output. So we're gonna check the time here quickly once it finishes. So we're at about 49 seconds. So we'll just give it a bit more time here until it reaches, I guess it's going for 16, like it just said, but we only searched for 12, so we'll see. Okay, there we go. So it took about a minute. So let's give this time node, we'll give it a minute. We'll give it 1 minute here, okay? And then now what we can do is we will actually go get, and then we're gonna take in this API, which, yeah, get last, run dataset items. We're gonna copy this over, and we're gonna enter that, okay? And then from there, we're just gonna leave that as it is, all right? And then let's just run this, and since we already got the results, we'll pin them, okay? And then 1 second here, I'll just split out. Let's just get rid of these for now, and we'll run this first so we can deal with this, okay? So it's gonna do the minute wait here. Okay guys, so it did the minute wait, and whatever you guys decide, you gotta check how long it's gonna take, and then you're going to actually input this into the wait amount here. So I waited the 1 minute, and then we've got the results here, okay? We've got all the results here. Similar to this workflow, this would be kind of the same thing. We would just enter that there, but this allows us to get a lot more leads if that's what you're looking for, okay? And so follow that method, and then we're gonna take these results, okay? So we'll just, we'll pin these. I've already spent the money on them, so now let's go with a split out, and this will just allow us to format the leads here, okay? It'll just allow us to format them properly. So we're going to split out from the, and we're just going to delete everything here, and we're going to name this Barbershop now. Barbershop Toronto leads. Fields to split out. Title, and then we're going to add some other fields. We're going to go selected other fields, and then what info do we want? We paid extra for the phone number and the email address, so we're going to add that for sure. Let's add what do I have over here? Let's just add them automatically, and it'll do it for us. So let's actually go. We don't really need state. Let's just go address, and we'll go state. What about city? Did it output city? Okay, it didn't output city this time, which is weird, so we might have to redo that, but neighborhood, so we'll do that for now. If you rerun it, it should give you some the city. I don't know why I did that, but if I had address, state, neighborhood, we'll bring in the phone number. And what about email? Did we get email? Yep. So we'll pull in. Yeah, we'll pull in emails here. And then, yeah, we'll just do that as an example. And so execute this. And there we have our formatted data. So title, address, state, neighborhood, phone number, and emails. Okay, so these ones are empty. I guess I couldn't scrape the email, but here's one that's confirmed: the Makeover House Salon and Barber, and then the Makeover House Salon at gmail.com. Okay, so there's confirmation right there. And so we're pretty much set up here, guys, but we want to actually add these to the Google Sheets, right? So we're going to append in a row here, and then that's saved. So one thing here, guys, you do have to set up your Google OAuth credentials if you actually want to be able to access the Google Sheets. And so, sorry I didn't mention it if you've got this far, but I will link the video right now and in the description below, as always, okay? So here we go, append or update a row, and I'm connected to all my Google tools. So here is our Barbershop Toronto leads list, and we'll just go sheet number 1. And then it says here, no columns found in the Google Sheet, which is correct. So what we need to do is map them automatically, and then we're going to execute the step, and it will map them automatically for us like this, okay? Now, unfortunately, I don't know why it's not adding this phone number here. Formula parse error. Interesting. Hey guys, so what you need to do to actually fix this phone number in the Google Sheets here is just come over and add in this expression here, and this will actually get rid of the plus icon, which was messing up the input in the Google Sheets. And so there you go, guys. You got a bunch of leads here, and so that is how you scrape leads using Apify and N8N. And I hope you guys like this video, and please leave any video ideas in the comments down below. And I will also leave this free template to be able to download in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good one. Peace.